Welcome back. Episode 37. How are you?
37? That's almost how many years we've been married.
Almost.
Oh, my bad. I meant 27.
Hey, first thing I'm going to get started in, I just heard that George Foreman died. He died yesterday. 76 years old.
I told you that, didn't I?
You got some kind of...
you that piece of information.
You got some kind of notification, and then when I looked on my phone, so I had it too. You just looked at yours first. Hey, I've got some facts right here about George Foreman. Of course, he was 76. I just said that. He passed away Friday, which was yesterday because we were recording on a Saturday, not on a Sunday after church. How about that?
Yay!
That's what I say. So I can get this thing done. And I have to work so hard on Sunday. He's a two-time heavyweight champion. I don't have my glasses on either, so I'm
that's
struggling.
not good.
So I really need this movie.
I see them right there. You could just put them on.
Do you want to see? These are like my old... They're not even dusted off.
All
like
right,
that.
go.
Hey, I can see. He was a two-time heavyweight champion, 1973 and in 1994 when he was 45 years old, which was unheard of. If you're 45 years old and you become heavyweight champion, you're old. Boxing at 45?
I'm 45 and I'm a heavyweight something, but it ain't a champion.
He lost his first title to Muhammad Ali in 1974. It was called the Rumble in the Jungle. Have you ever heard of that?
Let's get ready to rumble.
That's kind of different.
Oh, that's wrestling.
No, that's boxing.
Oh, is that boxing?
Yeah, that's boxing.
That's not the rumble.
No.
Oh, my bad.
He was an Olympic gold medalist. He won the gold in 1968. He retired in 1977 but made a comeback in the late 80s and then eventually regained the heavyweight title in 1994. After retiring in the 70s, he became a minister. Did you know that?
I think I did know that a little bit.
I
feel
did.
like I had heard that.
This next one I did know. He had 5 sons. Yeah, I think he's got a daughter, but he's got 5 sons. You know what their names are?
No.
Okay.
I'm sure you're going to tell
I'm
me.
going to tell you. George Jr., George III, George IV, George V, and George VI.
Why not?
So I'm assuming that their middle name is what they would have gone by, because if not, I don't know how they communicated. All right, and the other thing is probably the only thing Amanda knows him for. And what would that be?
The George Foreman grill.
We had one, and it was good.
Oh, yeah, we wore that thing out.
Yeah.
Sorry, George.
Said it sold over 100 million units worldwide.
I knew he was a boxer.
Is that not crazy?
I knew that.
Yeah, I knew more of the grill and that kind of stuff because, you know, he was out of boxing when I was old enough to even care about
Gotta keep
boxing.
checking on my groceries.
Yeah, you're waiting. If you get the call... Well,
If I get the call, bang,
I'm going to be solo.
Jody is flying solo.
Let me take these glasses back off so I don't look so weird.
Jody be flying solo.
What would I do if you left right now? I would just be looking at the... Oh, and we're videoing this, by the way, so check it out on YouTube. Hey, I told you, we really hadn't put anything on YouTube or that much because I had video editing issues. I've had problems with my phone on storage. Now, I've talked to Amanda every day, probably 10 times about the storage on my phone because I cannot figure this out because I have got 256 gigabytes available on my phone. I'm at 252. And then I went in. Now, this has been going on for 2 weeks now. I have gone and deleted, I don't know how many videos. And today, I told you it was last night, I deleted 90 videos and 70 pictures. It dropped 1 gigabyte on my phone. I
know. I keep telling you it's somewhere else. But when you deleted your GoPro videos, that took more.
When I went in today and I only deleted 4, and each one, it was a 5-second video apiece. And it dropped 12 gigabytes just in those. So I don't know. And it was pulling that out of the cloud, so it shouldn't have anything to do.
If you know how to get us more memory on our phone, let us know below.
Look, and we've looked it up. I have Googled it. I've gone in.
He don't want a new phone.
No, I don't. I don't need a new phone. I'm just saying I've gone in and done everything they've said to do. There's even a thing that where you can go in and, hey, I deleted, it's a thing to where yearly, like calendar days, 365 days, it's kind of, once it's a year old, it deletes out of your phone. Not pictures, but say like text messages. So if me and you've been texting after a year, stuff like that, it deletes it. So that saves
I don't
on.
know if I like that.
Well, I did that, and then I found out I didn't like that. But it did, but I did this a long time ago.
I'm pretty sure I have voicemail from my mom.
Yeah, it doesn't touch your voicemails or anything like that.
Oh, this is
no, I just said it doesn't touch. This is mainly texting and stuff like that.
Oh, texting.
Yeah. Applications, I guess you'd call that. But I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I know you get tired of me talking about it, but I would think I have got some videos that are over an hour long. Fishing videos, feeding the catfish. Delete. To where I'm like, I'm deleting stuff just to be deleting. I'm like, I really don't want to get rid of this. There's nothing family.
Well, I bought you that
That's
card
right.
to put them on.
So we ordered a
memory card
memory stick.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, you stick in your phone. First, you got to download an app. And then what does that do?
Hold on. Everything you got to download an app.
Yeah. So what did that do when I downloaded it?
I even have an app to the smelly good stuff we plug in the hall.
Oh, that is crazy. Yeah, you've got this. Tell them about that real quick.
It's called Pura or something like that. So you plug it in the hall, and it's just a little square vial of smelly stuff, and you put it up in there, and you scan whatever flavor it is, and it's on your phone, and you control it by your phone. I can turn it on when we're not here. I set a timer on it. I can turn I really like it for the nightlight because Jody gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So now I've got it set to where it comes on.
Well, it doesn't
necessarily have to smell.
Yeah.
I can just turn that light on.
But it comes on, and then if you're probably within 20 feet, we've got our thermostat in the hall, like I guess most people. So when I get up out of the bed, there's a certain angle. I'm probably 15 or 20 feet from it. I'm in the bedroom, and when I'm getting up that night, the light on it pops on, which is good.
It is good, but
for me, so it helps me see, but it's not good for anybody else in the house.
It's weird that it comes on, and we're in the bedroom. You're not close by it.
But the thing about that smelly thing is, like, it's strange because it comes on its own. Well, like 6 in the morning and 6 at night or something like that.
I forget how it's set.
But it puts out some smell.
It's the best smelling thing I've had that lasts through the house.
It does.
It lasts. It cannot be on, and I can come in the house, and I smell it. And anything else I've tried, it doesn't. I'd have to say I'm happy with this.
So back to my memory stick on my phone.
Had to download an app.
Download an app, and like I said, what does it do? Takes up memory because you've downloaded an app now.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm defeating the purpose, but you got to have it. So I've gone in there, and I have all my Honduras mission trip pictures, videos, all that. I have probably put 1,000 pictures and videos on that memory card stick, and I have dropped just maybe 4 gigabytes off my phone.
I don't get it. That's another episode you need to do is Honduras.
Yeah, I can do that.
You can be by yourself and do that one.
Well, if you have to leave, I guess I'll start. All right, cut everything. We're going to talk about Honduras.
Cut. We're going to Honduras if I have to leave and go get groceries.
You know, that's been 10 years.
Has it not been longer than that?
No.
I feel like it has.
Because there's an orphanage down there, and the kids will, you get attached to one of the kids, or one of the kids will get attached to you.
I thought he was going to bring us one home.
I would have brought her home. If I could have put her in my backpack and snuck her out of the country, I would have. But cutest little girl. I'm not gonna go into this whole story, but they do get attached to you, and I got attached to her big time. But she would be 19 or 20 now.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy because she was probably 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So back to our story. We want to talk about these astronauts.
Jody wants to talk about these astronauts.
I have. It is strange. This is very strange.
He thinks I'm going to read up on this stuff, and I never do.
No, I know you won't, but
I know he'll bring out the facts. So.
I bring out the facts because I'm interested. I'm going to knock this mic over. Wish it didn't make so much noise when I hit it. I need my glasses again.
You would move. Quit moving.
Anyway, the 2 astronauts.
Put your glasses back on.
No, I'm good.
You can read it.
They were stranded. They were on the International Space Station for how long do you think? How many days?
Was it 9 months?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 286 days to be exact. So from June 5th of last year.
Wait, how many were there?
2.
Oh, I thought there were more than 2.
No, it's Sonny Williams. I don't know if it's Sunny or Sonny. I'm going to say Sonny. Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore. Okay, so they're the 2 astronauts.
Well, there wasn't a woman?
Yeah, Sunny is the woman.
Oh, Sunny is the woman. Okay, go ahead.
That's what she goes. That's Sunami or something like that's her first name.
Suni.
Yeah, no. It's either Suni. Is that Sunny or Suni? I think it's Sunny. Forgive me if it's not. All right, so they were up there from June 5th of last year until March 18th, which was a few days ago, which was a Tuesday, I think it was. Their mission was initially planned to last 7 to 8 days. Wow. So your 1 week trip turns into 9 months. It was extended due to technical issues with the return spacecraft, the Boeing Starliner.
Do they prepare for that?
If
you can't get back.
This was not. So I did find this out. There is a space. There is a spaceship, whatever you want to call it, pod shuttle. That is in the attached part of the International Space Station. So, yeah, I guess if they say, hey, the International Space Station has sprung a leak, we've got to get out, you can get in that thing and take it home. I just don't think they want to risk it because I guess they don't know if 100% of this. How long has it been up there? I don't know. Did it go up there when originally? Or I don't know. So the safest thing to do is to take a spaceship up there, get them, and come back.
Okay.
So, but I think, me personally, I'm going crazy. If I'm stuck up there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how in the world?
So I'm just saying, you better not let me know where the keys are to that spaceship. Because one morning I'm going to wake up and say, hey, I'm getting out of here. Are you with me? You know?
Yeah.
You ain't paying me no attention.
Well, I was trying to see where our son was. It just went off. Of course, they're eating.
Let's see. So they splashed down Tuesday off the coast of Florida.
In the water?
Yep, with the SpaceX crew of 2 aboard the Dragon Freedom spacecraft. So Elon Musk
Here we go.
sent the mission up there to get him, which was good. And then he's saying it was all political, that they could have came down earlier, but for whatever reason. And I don't know what he means by...
Who's saying it's all political?
Elon. I think what he's saying is because he couldn't get permission to go up there and get him during the Biden administration.
Mm.
That's from what I gather. Why? I don't know. I mean, you're taking a chance on the safety and lives of 2 people.
So what I want to know is how they had supplies for 9 months up there.
Oh, they've got it covered up there. That's a big place. No, we did on the other podcast I did.
For 9 months, staying straight up there 9 months. They've got plenty of stuff. Well, I mean, I guess they do. They made it.
Yeah.
But I think I heard that like she was having problems walking or something. She couldn't walk.
I've got all that too. If you'll just give me a second, let me get this part out. So we did an episode on the International Space Station several months back, me and the 2 guys, and it was real. We went into the whole shebang. You know how long it's been up there, how big it is, all this stuff. So yes, there is plenty of supplies up there. All right, so if you're stuck in space unexpectedly, wouldn't you be well compensated?
Yes. You better be paying me.
Better.
Overtime, too.
So the annual salary for an astronaut, depending on your rank in your time with them, ranges from $125,000 to $165,000.
That's all.
Well, I mean,
if you're not stuck in space.
If you're on the, most astronauts are on the ground.
Yeah.
You know. So while on missions, astronauts are considered to be on official travel orders. They receive a standard per diem allowance of around $5 per day, which amounts to $1,430 in per diem payments. All right. So I think that's crazy. They should have some kind of pay structure for any kind of situation like this right here. Right? Don't you think?
Yes.
I mean, because you know eventually something's going to happen. It's like, all right, you know, your time's going to accrue. Your overtime, something is going to keep adding up. Because
so for the next 2 years, they're going to be on vacation.
Because it's not like, I don't care if your salary.
Paid.
Listen, if your salary, what do you still get? 2 days off. right? So you're getting paid for 40. If you're scheduled 50 hours of your place of business, right? But your salary, you still get your off time, right? They're not getting off time because they're stuck.
Maybe
So
they clocked out up there and they go into this room and said, "Don't bother me."
You hear me screaming, don't come. I'm just getting, really.
Frustration.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's crazy. All right. So, prolonged weightlessness, physical rehabilitation. That's what they're going to have to go through. Now, if, I don't know, going back to when they splashed down, and if anybody out there watched the splashdown, it looked very fake. Very fake. Water's very still. And I'm not saying that it... Look, I believe...
Here
we're not,
we go.
Well, this is not a conspiracy theory, but I do have more conspiracy theories coming out of me now than as I get older.
Oh, dear.
I'm not doubting they were in space. I'm not doubting we sent a rocket up there with Elon's signature on it, getting them, bringing them down. They landed in the water. I'm just saying, if you watch this video, very sketchy. All right. Hardly a ripple on the water. This capsule's just bebopping. It looks like AI generated. It really does. And then all of a sudden, dolphins come up beside. And yes.
No.
This is like a drone that's taking this and like going all around. And then the announcer, the person that's announced it, oh, look, it's some happy little dolphins, coming up to, to meet our astronauts. Something crazy like that. And it really, I don't know.
Well, how could they fake it?
They can't. I'm just saying it looked fake, but it's got to be real, right? Or does it?
It don't have to be.
How many times could they do something to where they have a precautionary thing to where they video something to make it look better than it really is? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And maybe it's something like that. Maybe they landed way over here in the water. They had a hard time getting them, but we're going to show them this video. Not going to show them getting out. We're going to show them loading up the capsule and all this stuff, and it looks great. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Not saying that's what they were. But when we get out, I'm going to show. I wish I'd have showed you this before.
I can't believe you didn't show me that.
Strange.
Can't believe it.
Anyway. So if you watch the video too, when they get them out of the capsule, they can't stand. Right. They have to help them up. All right. And then she had an IV. I don't know if you saw that. Well, I don't know if you saw any of it. So she looks, health-wise, she looks like she's struggling, which I can understand.
Breaking news.
What?
Arkansas men beat number 2 seed St. John's.
So those that have a bracket out there, good luck to you.
Yeah.
There's you some breaking news, even though this will be 2 days.
2 days
from
late.
now when it comes out. So it doesn't matter.
Breaking to you because I thought you said you had St. John's to win.
I don't remember.
Anyway.
Do you want me to go check real quick?
No.
You want to talk while I go check?
Nope.
I'll be right back.
Nope.
All right, so we're talking about their rehabilitation. All right, so these are some of the things. Bone density loss and muscle atrophy. Cardiovascular and balance issues. Sensory readjustment. These are all the things that they're going to have to do.
Right.
Radiation exposure monitoring.
Oh.
I'm sure, I didn't think about it.
I didn't think about that.
There's radiation in space, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Now, I don't know if it's when you're coming through the atmosphere or if it's actually all in space. I'm not sure. I think it's all in space. Why would that be?
Why?
I don't know. There's precautions when they're up there, but they're not expecting you to possibly be that long, so you're going to be exposed to more radiation, so it's more dangerous. But you do have some of these cosmonauts, from Russia that have stayed up there for like a year, So is there not things in place to protect them anyway? Maybe they just monitor just to make sure that, but they should be all right. I don't know. Look, just as we don't give facts, we try to.
The living room TV's loud.
Yeah, but you can hear it because you will not wear these headphones.
I'm not wearing a headphone.
I know, but you really do, so you know if you're in and out of the mic.
I'm in the mic. I'm all up.
But you don't know,
mic.
like if you wander off over right here, it sounds fine to you, but people that's listening can't hear me like they can right here.
Anyway.
All right, so
thinking the video.
Psychological adjustments. Oh. That to me, you've been away from your family for almost a year. You miss Christmas. You miss Thanksgiving. You miss birthdays. You miss anniversaries.
anybody that passed away. What if you had people
A
pass
phone
away?
call is a lot different than being around your loved ones.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So psychologically, what do you do? How much is there to do? So you're telling me that I've got a plate full of stuff to do every day when you only wanted me up there for 7 to 8 days. So they're just giving me things to do, are they not?
I would think so.
I guess so. But my goodness.
Man, that station
Look,
should
you're
be...
up there long enough to where you could learn chess.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they've got enough stuff up there that you've got. What about like some kind of,
stuff.
you've got some kind of
Cards?
broadband? You got,
Can't play cards, can you?
I mean-
Because they just going to float around.
have you got some kind of internet that you can like look stuff up and,
Oh, dear.
you know? Because I'd have to, like, hey, give me TikTok. Let me sometimes got to be passed away my free time. TikTok will do it. Next thing you know, 3 hours have gone by. Hey.
There you go. I'm not sure they have that.
No, I don't either.
I'm pretty sure they probably don't.
I also read that for every day in space, it takes a day to recover. And readjustment could take up to 9 months since they were up there for 9 months. Now that doesn't mean that they're still in a medical facility
Right.
this whole time. Now they will be under care for, I think they said 45 days in Houston. So, I'm sure their family stuff will come out there and see them and all that. But then after that, I'm sure they're released and then it's, rehab every day, every other day, or depending on how healthy they are after the 45 days.
Right.
But it's 1 to 1.5% bone density loss every month is what I read. So if that's the case, that's why you're not walking when you're getting back.
That's totally wrong.
I don't care what kind of exercise, because you're not holding up any weight.
Right.
Of course, when you have me
you're just
exercise,
waiting.
that's not, you'd have to exercise probably 10 times longer a day than the normal person just to try and keep your, muscles. And I don't think you could do anything with your bones. I don't want no part of it.
I just think
Would you go to
that's
space?
I don't think so.
If they say that you can go up and be weightless for 2 hours, we'll get you just barely in orbit.
I don't think so.
Free-
That doesn't
free
interest-
pass, you
interest
know.
me. Now, are they going to pay me some money?
No.
Oh, no. I ain't
No,
going.
because the way it is, you pay them now to go up there. That's
no.
why- yeah.
No.
That's what, Jeff Bezos and, Richard Branson?
Right.
With, they've got the two, they're trying to develop it to where people pay to go up and experience, space for 6-8 hours a day.
I'm going to stay
whatever.
right here. And I'm perfectly fine with that.
So if they gave you, say, hey, a free ticket.
To go to space?
Yeah, to do this. Yeah.
No.
Not even with the celebrities.
No.
Name me a celebrity. What's a favorite celebrity of yours? Put you on the spot.
I don't have a favorite
No,
celebrity.
but who's somebody
I don't
that
even know who they
interests
are.
you?
George Strait.
George Strait.
Yeah.
Pick a female. You ain't going to space with no
I
guy.
can't go with a male. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like
Well, you're
any
not going by
females.
yourself with them. I mean, what's your name off Friends? Rachel.
Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah. You don't like? I thought you used to like her,
She's okay.
but you wouldn't go to space with her.
I don't think
She's
so.
not going to be your.
I don't think she's going to be my BFF.
Probably not. She'd give you the time of day.
Probably not. She probably wouldn't go with me.
Would you rather go with an actress or a singer? Celebrity. We're still on the celebrity.
I really don't care about any.
Celine Dion. I was going to say
Selena.
Celine. What's her name?
Gomez. That's
Yeah, I was
exactly
getting all
who
these
you are.
names.
Yeah, no.
She'd spaz out with her, whatever.
Oh, I would go with
I'll fill the free time.
yeah,
the empty
because
space,
I'm not going to
you're not
remember
gonna
their
spit
names.
This word out for 5 minutes.
Shut up.
Actress or singer?
Yeah.
Or
Gilmore Girls.
The mom or
Both of them. I want mom and daughter.
you want to sit in between them?
Yeah.
You do realize that the mom and daughter are older now, right? Off Gilmore Girls. I
Yeah.
saw the mom and I thought, man, she's got no. But then I look in the mirror and I say, hey, I've got old too.
I'd go with them.
What does the daughter look like now? Is she an actress or is that a one-time deal?
Or anybody off of Steel Magnolias.
I'll tell you this.
no.
Let's go back
What's
to.
that show?
Now I don't watch Gilmore
Steel
Girls, but I've
Magnolias.
watched.
That's a movie.
Listen for a second.
No,
I
you
watched-
got me on who I would go with.
I know, but I'm just gonna say I'm gonna make this point. I don't watch Gilmore Girls, but I've seen enough passing by that the dude that wears his hat around backwards.
Luke.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If he went on there, he better have that hat turned the right way, or I'm gonna knock it off his head. It just
No,
bothers
you're not.
me.
I love a hat turned backwards.
That bothers me every time he's got that hat turned around. Either don't wear a hat or wear it the right way.
I love a hat turned backwards.
I'm not
It's
saying-
something about a man with a hat turned backwards.
Man, you mean business.
It's something
it's
about my man with a hat turned backwards. Hey, turn your hat backwards tonight.
The only time. Stop it. Stop
Are
it.
you
The only
blushing?
time.
Oh, you're turning red.
The only time we are recording, I hope you know.
I know.
This is live.
We didn't say it was PG.
Well, you know, I could edit this out. What am I thinking? I ain't scared. I'll just edit this out.
We didn't say it was PG.
I have to put in the explicit content warning on if it gets too bad. If not, I'll get booted off this thing.
How? When you can run half naked on TV and it not be?
Yeah, but it's different
Nothing.
when you're doing a podcast. If you don't warn
Anyway.
folks ahead of time, they you get a strike. I don't know what we was talking about.
I got you flustered.
You was we're talking about Hey, I ain't got a problem with you wearing your hat around back. It's just not all the time.
He don't all the time.
I'm just saying, like, if you're working, like, if I'm outside, so I'll turn my hat around backwards when I'm,
No,
sometimes,
I know.
you know.
I watch you.
Yeah.
Got you again.
Oh, we have our regular guest is in here with us. So if you listen to the
I feel like
podcast,
the blood's gonna run to his head.
I don't know what's going on with him. But if you are a regular listener to this podcast, if you would go on YouTube, or you can go on TikTok and watch just some of the shorts or the videos we put out there, you will see Winston, the Yorkie that sits beside me. And right now, he looks like I don't know.
You just
all the head.
You just totally got off subject.
I know. Squirrel.
Yeah. Don't say that loud. He'll be gone.
Well, if Coco is in here,
She's at the
we
door
lock
breathing.
we lock her out because she's the Chihuahua. She can be aggravating. And then Nicholas should be home at any time. And
No, they've gone to town now. Looks like to eat.
okay. So they've been hiking all day. And so
they're
we knew he
hungry.
was close, and we're like, my goodness, they're going to come here, and Coco is going to have a fit barking, and you'll hear her, but I guess we're
Oh
worried.
well,
Yeah.
that's life.
Yep.
That's the not the perks. That's the downside of recording in your home.
Yeah, but we've got a room set up for us, so this is nice.
Oh yeah, but I mean it's not soundproof. I mean you still gonna hear the dog if
Yeah,
they
that
go
door is
crazy.
very
You can't stop them from going crazy.
Yeah. And let us know, if you do watch these videos, let us know about this window that's behind us. This window behind, it bothers me. I want to cover it.
I don't know why it bothers you.
Just write a comment and say, cover it.
No,
Or
it's fine.
don't cover it.
It's fine. He worked hard on this room.
I did work hard on this room. Probably 4 months. Tearing that wall down right there. And then putting all this trim. Staining it. Putting the floor down. Well, y'all can't see it, but I put a new floor down. And then we've never, on these chairs right here that we're talking about, we're way off subject, by the way. But we didn't talk about that these are recliners, did we? We'd never say that, did we?
I thought we did.
Okay, so they do recline back. I'm happy with these chairs. I'm just glad we didn't buy them new because they would have been expensive. They were expensive used.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's why I've got Winston on a towel right here sitting
Right.
beside me because I don't want him scratching up this leather. And I shouldn't have touched him because
You
they wants
touched
me to
him.
pet him. All right, so you were saying what? Steel magnolias?
That's not what I meant. I can't think. Sweet. What's the other show I like watch?
The tomatoes?
Sweet
Green.
Magnolias. Sweet Magnolias.
Sweet man. I thought you were gonna say what's the tomato?
Green fried tomato. Fried green tomatoes.
We're ridiculous.
Shut up. I can't help it.
If we drank or smoke, people would think we drink or smoke. You know,
People think that, I'm sure.
I just drink Pepsi,
Ugh.
and I'm about out. Will you go get me some?
No.
What else you got?
You enough squirreling?
I'm done with mine. I got my facts out.
You got your face?
Yeah, I've been dying to talk about,
All right.
George Foreman dying. I guess that's a bad. I
Really?
should never said that.
That was not even funny.
No, I wasn't trying to be funny.
Anyway. So, today, I went to the tanning bed.
Why are you going to
I
the
know all the
tanning
haters is going to come out, but I don't care. I'm tired of self-tanning.
bed? I was
And
gonna say,
you gotta scrape it off and you gotta redo it and I'm done with it.
to me, this
And plus, Red Aspen's not doing their moose anymore, and that was my favorite. And I don't want to hunt any stuff.
I don't
So
explain this. The moose, it's green, is it not? I mean, in the bottle, it's green.
It's not green. It's brown.
Is it? Okay.
It's brown.
You just got like a mitt.
Yeah.
And you just like put it on, it turns you dark, but it doesn't last long, right?
Lasts about 7 days.
Okay, it lasts longer than I thought. But
Oh,
still,
yeah.
to me, that's not enough.
Yeah,
because
I
you're
know.
trying to
See,
get
that's why
because you're trying to get it perfect. I mean, like if I'm doing my,
I had it pretty good.
yeah. So
I
just
had it.
for example, if I'm doing my foot,
You're going to do it with a kabuki brush, and you're not going to put mousse on your foot. You're just going to put some drops.
okay. But let's just all right. Let's just say if I didn't talk with my hands,
I know. It's
I wouldn't
bad.
be hitting this mic. I cannot help it. I gotta have my hands. And Winston's occupying one of them because he's bothering me over here.
Squirrel.
Yep. So let's just say, all right, my knee. Is that
All right. You put lotion on your knee.
all right? So let me go back. So what I'm saying is, to me, it's too much of a chore because when you
Exactly.
start getting like when we said the ankle or your knee,
Exactly.
your knee is going to be darker, right? Than like your calf or the front.
I had it down pretty good. Did you think mine was darker?
Well, I'm just saying, me being a guy, I think my knees would be rougher, so they
No,
probably
you
tan.
would have to really. Your knees are rough, so you would have to really put some lotion on them. You put lotion on your rough spots, and you exfoliate them with exfoliant mint.
I see. I never would do this.
I'm just gonna go down here and lay and all the haters can come out. Whatever, I don't care. I'm done with trying to find
But if Red
something.
Aspen had that lotion this year,
If the
would
moose
you,
came back out, I probably would do it.
even though it's a chore?
Yeah. So, but anyway, so I was in there today and I got to thinking.
So what caused this? Just because of that? You're like, I'm just done with it. I'm just gonna do it
Yeah, I
the
don't want
fake
to hunt
way.
stuff.
Why
I'm
can't you
just
do it
gonna-
the real way, like I do?
I am not gonna go outside and
Go outside and just
lay
just
in
go
the-
outside and hang out.
I don't get any. My legs don't get it. My chest don't get it.
Why are you screaming?
My nothing don't get it because you're getting me riled up.
Well, I'm just saying, is by the time you stay out in the yard a little bit, piddling, you've turned enough times.
My face turns red.
You've turned enough times. It's like putting something in the oven that you got to flip. And
My
make sure
face
it's done on
turns
both
red,
sides.
and that's all that gets it. My legs don't get it.
Well, my face is what I have to wear a hat.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's all that gets it when I'm outside. So, yeah. So I just gave it up this year. Now, this is the first year I've been to the tanning bed, and
How long?
I don't even know.
15 plus.
It's been a while. And I really just wanted it to start a base tan. So when we can get outside, I will, of course.
So let me ask you this then. How is the tanning, since you've been out of the tanning,
They're the same.
nothing has changed?
I bet
Beds
they
are
got the same beds.
Lights?
Yeah.
Surely the lights have changed over time.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, but I like a stand-up bed, but this time I didn't. So anyway, where I'm going with this, until you got us all off in La La Land over here, the bed that I laid in today, it actually closed all the way, and it got me to thinking.
Now, how far all the way are you talking? So it's like a clam, right?
Yeah,
All right,
you
so,
could say a clam.
All right, so I'm closing it. Tell me where my hands, how far till,
Right there.
really?
Yes.
Oh, I was thinking like that.
Well, every other one that I've laid in was like
So
that.
this goes almost like an inch. So you're saying like an inch, inch and a half. too?
Because I don't know. You know how you just get in your mind?
Yeah.
You know how you get
Oh,
in
I
your
know.
mind?
Yeah.
So
No, tell me, how do you get in your
I
mind?
had to push up on it to make sure I could get out. Then I was okay, and I fell asleep.
Have you seen those horror movies where it
So-
like locks? It's like the
Shut
person
up.
locks in and then they like
Well, which leads
turn
me.
it on high.
I want to know: could you lay in a tanning bed since you can't do MRIs?
I can do a tanning bed. I can do. This is very weird. All right. Now, I think in an earlier episode, we've talked about my issues with MRIs and these closed spaces that has just happened within the last few years. You know, I've never, no kind of closed spaces.
Right.
Look, I've got, when we did this antenna and I went under the house with a coax cable,
Mm-hmm.
no problem. Go in there. I don't know. No problem whatsoever.
But you know you can come out.
Well, I think I know I can come out of any situation. But what I'm getting to is, all right, I've seen on TikTok, there are some videos where some guys, it's it's an animated thing where it's like people going down in caves. And then, what's wrong?
My order says it's on its way, but I ain't got a text yet, so that means they probably are doing more orders.
So how much time you got? 10 minutes?
Maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So
yeah,
we're good. We're good.
So on this animated clip, it's just got, all right, so they're in the cave, and there's 3 or 4 of them, and the cave gets narrow, and this is not real. I'm just watching it. And it shows the guy, he's going down, and it's just really skinny. He's like really skinny, and he's going down head first down this thing, and then something happens, and he gets stuck, and he can't go. And just watching that really creeps me out to where I about have a panic attack watching that. Another one was the guy was like on his back going down there and started going down an incline, and in my mind I can see that, and I cannot imagine getting stuck.
Oh no,
upside.
he's like on the way.
My goodness.
I didn't get a text or anything, but maybe there is another stop.
So the whole thing about the MRIs in my past, and I know I'm going to have some in the future, just as a regular thing with my neck and back situation, was that I feel that since I've already got hardware in my neck, 6 screws, 2 plates, and all that, knowing that it's a magnet and all this, I have in my mind that this is going to rip out of my neck, and it just gets in my head and won't get out. So it's
not the thought of it closing, it's the thought of it.
Well, it's not closing since you're being squeezed into.
That's
part
it
of
goes
it.
In and out.
That's part of it. And the last one that I had, well, it was last year. They put me in it, and once they got me all the way in there, I said, "Nope, get me out." And they had to get me out because it was. So this was at St. Vincent's,
right?
And they had to pull me out because there was no way. So then, when I go to the other one, what did I do? What did I leave in my pocket?
Your phone.
I left my phone in my pocket, and I was going. It was wheeling me in there. I'm almost in, and I reach in my. And I feel my phone in my pocket, and I say, "Oh, I've got my phone," like I'm real loud like that. And the guy, I guess he was standing right there, puts his hand on my hand and says, "Do not." He stops some things. He says, "Do not pull that phone out." He said, because that thing, he said, it will be slammed on the top of that MRI. Oh, so he brings
Moral
me
of the
out.
Story: I will keep your phone next time.
So the last one that I had was they had to prescribe me medicine, but 1 pill, whatever it was, to take before I go. So, yeah, I don't know. No,
I was just thinking about that when I was laying in there. I'm like, is it that I can control? I can open the lid and get out myself, and you can't do that. Somebody else is controlling whether you can get out or not.
I don't think so.
On the MRI.
I think there's too many factors. One being, is it so loud? Another one is they're barking orders at you, especially on my neck. They'll say, all right, this one is going to last for 6 minutes. I need you to stay completely still. So after so long of it's almost like this. I'm trying to stay so still. It gets in your head to where you twitch, and then I can't stop doing that. So I had to do it. And then the guy said, we're going to do that last one over. The last one I did, it was 9 minutes.
Oh my God.
And I had to do it over. And it was just, it's just so painful and stressful for me. And I've never experienced that. I have never had an issue with anything like that. And the MRI is like a nightmare. It's like the worst, like anything else.
We're getting old.
It shouldn't bother me, though.
Well, a lot of things bother me that didn't used to bother me.
But the thing about this, they'll say, well, Jody, they do make a thing as open MRI. Well, guess what? I have to have stinking contrast, and you can't get contrast on an open MRI, at least not with what the doctor needs from me.
The way that you
so it doesn't happen. But let me tell you, though, if you ever go to St. Vincent's in Birmingham, they have the tightest MRI I've ever been in my life. And my shoulders were scratching. I'm a little guy, and my shoulders were scratching both sides when they wheeled me in.
Yeah, so that's my story. That was my thing today. I was just laying there thinking, is this how Jody feels when he gets in that MRI? Because that was it closing. So I usually like to stand in a stand-up one. And that's where it's a tandem bed. It stands up.
If you hold your hands up?
Yeah, you stand there and you hold your hands up.
Have you got something to
So-
hold on to, or you just?
There's handles like ski handles,
That is strange.
I don't know.
This is I'm out of the loop on tanning beds.
Anyway, that one closes all the way, but it's big inside when it closes. So that one didn't bother me. But the one today, it bothered me just a little bit because it was closed all the way. Oh, and I kept hearing something and feeling the top of the tanning bed just like going up and down. Like right by the tanning bed, there's a jumpy place. A kid jumpy place.
Oh, so that's affecting the.
And that is totally affecting it. Or at least in my mind, that's what I said it was.
Yeah.
So
how hot are these beds?
I don't
Are you
lay
sweating?
long. I don't.
Could you
I don't
sweat if you-
Yeah. Oh, totally. But
Okay.
I don't sweat. So.
Hold on.
But so that's my tanning bed story. And I love you. I gotta go get my groceries. Thanks for
Well, I'm
listening.
ending it too. I've just got one of these kookaburra things on his thing, and I had to pull it off. So.
Okay.
All right, thanks
All right.
for check us out on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We try and put things out there, but we're so busy.
We might do different videos than just this right here. We've got some older videos that we done an Oreo taste test or something, and then we got another little candy thing we might do. So
when we go to all these like Scottsboro to the
yeah.
unclaimed baggage.
Oh yeah.
Videos and stuff like that.
Right.
We'll start putting that on
Yeah.
some of these things. But if you will just follow us on YouTube and on TikTok, so we can get the number
Get
that
those
we
views
need, and
up,
we can
the
start doing a
numbers up.
live. I'd
Yeah,
like
we'll do a live on TikTok.
We'll
I
start-
do a live on TikTok anytime.
And especially on YouTube, if you follow us there, we'll start doing our recordings live, maybe on like Friday nights. We'll start scheduling and it'll record it, and
Oh, okay.
bam, knock
Cool.
it out.
Sounds good
So,
to me.
Thanks for
All right,
listening.
guys.
Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.
Gotta get groceries.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.